Keshava Rao.
Thank you, sir. A lot of my good friends have already spoken on this. I don't want to run the risk of repetition. As a matter of fact, I had bought a lot of things. I've started discarding each of them, including the agriculture, on which I thought I would concentrate. But anyhow, I would appeal to the finance minister.
Sir, I should make a small correction.
Tell me.
Dr. K. Keshava Rao.
It makes no difference at all.
I have always been careful about doctors, but I am more careful after my wife became one in 2021.
Careful about my suffix rather than prefix. So anyhow, I continue to be a member here. So I would like to appeal to...
When she became doctor.
See, whatever we are trying to talk here is quite possible. We have the other side of the story, or we have two different views. So this kind of criticism has to be understood in a positive fashion, because there are two schools of thought as far as the finance minister is concerned. We have totally different. So the question is, we need not talk. It has become a ritual for us. Absolute ritual, every annual ritual for us to talk about supplementaries. There is a budget which takes easily 6 to 7 months for preparation. It is being monitored. The finance minister goes to the experts and interface. Then again, it is the budget is spoken here both in both houses, but comes the supplementary. This could either be due to our lack of, I would say, interest, but somehow we have missed to have the kind of control we should have in preparing the budgetary things. Now today I see, I am welcoming this exam, because this speaks more about subsidies. The very bone of contention which you want to take as a bitter pill, which you call remedies, whatever name you give, today you think that nation can only be saved through the so-called remedies. So it is good that the supplementary budget has come with that kind of a order. So I would rather take that as a positive approach, rethinking on the part of the government. Sir, what I would like to say, today we have something like 75 supplementaries and 6 appropriations, working out to 4.25. If I take away 1 lakh and 10 into the savings of the various ministries, it is 3.45. In a 400 lakh crore budget, that is 10% of the budget is coming under supplementary. Please, I want the finance minister to revisit the figures, how they are done. 10% coming as a supplementary demand is something which is not palatable. Nonetheless, you have your own exigencies, your own conditions. I would have agreed to these exigencies or these kind of conditions, provided everything was fine, everything was smooth and nice. That is to say, the economic recovery was good, your promises had come true, or your own things are good. But as the members were talking yesterday, or even today, everything went with totally after in the sense that inflation, Mr. Derek Roy went and plowed the very roots of your party formulation through the manifesto, brought in your intention, good intentions, which failed. I'm not repeating because I don't want to. Then came Raghav Chadda. He really tore into pieces, or it is punctured most of our claims. Now, I know the finance minister would rather say these are not to be believed at all. These figures are erroneous. They come, to quote you straight away, you would rather say they are made erroneously and depend on the hallmark of what you said, something like... well, anyhow, you had criticized the international figures, saying that they are not believable. But at the same time, you have often quoted the same figures to whenever it goes positive or goes in your favor. That's exactly that kind of a, I would say, duplicity. Two talks should not come in. Sir, I would rather talk because taking out everything, deficit is 1 point. Deficit to say that it is 6.7, all these statistics I would not take, go by your advice, go with it. I only know when I am talking of deficit that it goes to 6.17 or whatever it is. Today what was during UPA regime, 40 rupees petrol has today become 90 rupees. Diesel had gone up, the same thing. Milk has gone up, same thing. So everything which Mr. Chadda quoted, 11 items. So that when we read them, so we really lose our own faith in the statistics, in the policy formulations or the policy things that you are coming and giving us during the budget discussion. So it has become some kind of a revisiting the very budget because it's the inflation, it is the economic recovery, it is also the development, it is also the production increase, it is about employment. Employment is very important. Let us talk about 4 things. Employment is important, but what is employment rate today? It is highest in the 45 years, last 45 years. We have not thought of any industrial IIP, industrial policy, wherein it becomes a labor-oriented. And whatever labor-oriented, we're doing fine, you try to sell them out. In a private sector, I would not like to say, well, after all, the industry, in a private sector, the employment really gets a hit. So, now, you have asked for this 4th thing, but you have not come out with, since I am talking of inflation, you have not come out with how you are going to cover up this 4.5 or 3.25. Is it through additional taxations or the borrowings or whatever it is, it must be known because it is going to add to the additional inflation. But then I am concerned about the share that states are getting. I am becoming a little random and after because I have discarded the pages and jumping from one item to the other. But I am coming to the state's shares. It's a indirectly hinted at the cess and also the surcharges. It is eating into a very vital thing. You will not be surprised that the share of cesses and surcharges in gross tax revenue have increased from 8.16% in 2011 to 28.08 in 21-22. Don't challenge these figures under your regime. While the FMA claim the reason for such surcharge as the imposition of GST compensation says the reasons are absolutely different. That the states urge the union government to bring them into divisible pool and share them with states. The states shared the center GTR was around 29% in 2021 due to increase in cesses and surcharges as against 41% recommended by the Finance Commission. I think you understood me. It has come to because of that. If the center shares the entire cess and surcharge for 21-22 as part of divisible pool, the states would get an addition of 1,53,533 crores. And it are due, according to me. During the UPA regime, the central government imposed 15 cesses and surcharges from 2010-11 to 2013-14. That is under the UPA. After BJP-led NDA came to power at the center, the number of cesses and surcharges increased to 24 by 2019-20. There could be a reason for that. But at the same time, when there came pending with you that they should be shared with the states, this kind of thing will certainly get a pointed reference. However, many of them subsumed after the introduction of GST, and currently 9 cesses and surcharges are being levied by the center. These 9 cases and surcharges account for revenue of 3,74,471 crores, even in the 9 that you have left now. Crores in 21-22 compared to 73,880 crores in 2013 and 14. That is when the Congress gave you the power. Registering it means it is registering 5 times how the states are feeling, how the states are managing their own finances. Can we? Sir, I know about this drawing, I can only refer you back to our uh, uh, Public Accounts Committee report, which has warned you earlier also. It provoked a criticism concern the Public Accounts Committee. In order to completely rule out the possibility of excessive spending, underspending, and wrongful appropriation, the Public Accounts Committee reaffirmed the necessity for meticulous examination of the budget proposals, rigorous monitoring of expenditure, and strict adherence to the financial laws. However, even after that, our fiscal system severely lacks sufficient planning and effective monitoring mechanism, making it impossible for a nation to establish disciplined budgeting. A disciplined finance minister has this to say. Sir, very interestingly, one subject comes to me after taking out the things which I have read. That is about 30 crores that you are granting for administrative building of one thing known as ED, Enforcement Directorate. As one of the friends here said, why do you give only 30? You should have given 3 lakh crores. We wouldn't have objected because they are your gladiators. So even strengthening your own gladiators, I would rather say, according to news report, I'm telling you, I'm not criticizing. After all, the budgetary allocation of 30 lakhs is all right, that goes. But my comment on the ED, on this, you are passing the bill, according to a news report, since 2014, there has been 4-fold jump in ED cases against politicians, out of which 95% are opposition parties. This you may kindly check up and find. And the ED's conviction rate is as low as 0.5%. And we are spending all that money thinking that they are doing, gladiators are winning the wars for us. Even after a dramatic increase in races, this is what exactly the ED question. Now, secondly, as I in the beginning itself said, I welcome this only because you are depending more on these subsidies. Subsidies is taking back your own criticism of the revenues. Sir, I would rather go to, it may not be sounding well, what thing I would rather say. Sir, Telangana has been doing very well, despite your total rejection and despite your total stepmotherly attitude of closing all the funds to that state. We are today, total outstanding liability have witnessed a significant fall from 18.7% to 16.7%. Again, as I said, despite your non-cooperation. In terms of outstanding liabilities of the state government against the gross state domestic product, GSDP, Telangana recorded 27.4% at the end of March 22, which is the 5th lowest in the country. Sir, I'll take only 1 minute. The national gross domestic product, GDP, has increased from 124.68 lakh crores in 2014-15 to 236.65 lakh crores, while the country's total debt liabilities have increased from 62.44 lakh crores to 138.87 lakhs in 24-25. As a result, the total liabilities of the center are nearly 60%, because it is 58.7% of the national GDP in 2021. And the Telangana states, including Telangana, have crossed their debt permitted, they have not crossed their permitted thing. Sir, I have 2 minutes more, sir. That is why I wanted to first know from you what was the time allotted to me.
No time. 13 minutes was total time.
I'll take 2 minutes. Sir, I would like to tell you, we have, I don't know about you are doubling the GDPs or doubling the income of the farmers, I don't know. We have more than doubled our per capita income within last 7 years. We have, although the population is 2%, we are 5th largest state who are adding to your GDP.
Thank you, Dr. Keshava Rao. Thank you.
I thought you gave me 2 minutes, sir.
No, sir. You said 2 minutes. I said time is over.
No, it is 14 now. Okay, if you can give me. All right.
Sir, you have made your point very impactfully, sir.
I'll make a last point.
Conclude.
I'll conclude. I would only rather say the figures of Telangana are with you because statistics are there. RBI report, which has come recently, 2 years back, puts us on the top as far as the financial management is concerned. I'm not trying to claim big thing nor finding fault with you. What I'm trying to say is we are managing very well. Despite we therefore request you not to have this kind of prejudicial attitude as far as the state is concerned, as far as finances are concerned. I know.
Professor Manoj Kumar Jha, there are 2 speakers.
I know, sir.
And total time is 11.
Sir, मालिक तेरी रजा रहे या तू ही तू रहे, बाकी ना मैं रहूं ना मेरी आरज़ू रहे. Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir.
Not later,
I'll let you
later.